Wow. Damn, I gotta stop doing this. We're saying the whole video 10 minutes off the cuff, and then I was not recording. Anyways, I didn't know, and I'm leaving the Boule Birds segment up there because the context of it matters. But anyways, I didn't know that the situation with Hotep Jesus and his conservative panel. I know that dude, Uncle Hotep, is in the middle. He be saying that akata word all the time. I didn't know that it ended the way that this ended, with Brandon getting fake tough and wanting to smoke for the brother in the top quarter, LBJ3. He's be on Fox News. He's not. He's more of a libertarian, I think. But yes, there's a civil war within black conservatives, but then there's a war with black conservatives finally calling out the intellectual dishonest. I want to do the video like years ago, and I get it. Like, this is what it is. It's like we see so much BS from the left. We see so much nonsense in the same way that Malcolm X overly criticized the Democratic Party, mainly because that's where black folks rest their head, and he gave word about what he thought they were, the wolves, but he spent most of his energy on the fox's cunning and trickery. Just like in that whatever the big baby dining scene, whatever, right? When they were talking about picking your leaders and putting the best one on top. And that's probably why I want to discuss this video, because all the people in Hollywood and celebrities are doing the same thing that Brandon does. They just do it with a little bit more swag, and they don't look like fools doing it. But basically, Brandon wanted to smoke and got irate and got indignant on him, and left the panel, threatened another dude on the show. I don't know if that's going to mess with his white money, but this has been a long time coming to happen, right? Like, Candace Owens and Brandon are tap dancing. Like, it is what it is. We let them slide as they just getting their money. It is what it is. But it's deeper than that, because they are making it difficult for people who are actually connected to the community. People like Sonny Johnson, who's on Sirius XM Radio, who live in the hood, and they just have conservative views and values. They also call out the effery, the intellectual dishonesty of their white conservative partners. Now, me, I've always been like, yo, it is what it is. I don't, when it comes to race, your white friends, regardless of their political ideology, but keeping it in context, they operate with a level of intellectual dishonesty or cognitive dissonance when it comes to race. Like, I've conceded to that point a long time ago. When Philando still got shot, right? None of your white friends said shit on your timelines and social media and Twitter and whatnot. But a week later, when those cops in Gaza got shot, it was Blue Lives Matter up and down your timeline, right? And the way I look at it is the same way. Like, when, yes, I wholeheartedly understand the argument that the crime and the danger is not outside, it's from inside the community. But we all know that it's natural when someone hits the tribe from outside, the reaction, the imagery is bigger because it's you going against the tribe. When it happens inside the tribe, it's quieter because it's common, it's normal, we expect it, we see it all the time. And I don't know why people keep acting like that. That's a stupid ass deflecting argument. We can say that crime is a problem and the issues, and I say it damn near every one of my video when I talk about guns. 9 times out of 10, if a black person gets a gun to protect themselves, it's going to be for somebody that looks like them, right? I'm 6'4", 300 plus pounds. I know certain neighborhoods I go to, I'm viewed as a threat, right? My issue, if anything's going to happen to me, 9 times it's going to be for somebody that look like me that don't want me in that neighborhood or whatever. That's just facts. Now, we can say the ends justify the means, because you got all these fake, all of a sudden, pro 2A black folks. Many of them are from the left. Yes, I get it. Side eye it all you want. The fact that they're tripping over this situation, not tripping, but they're using the death of a black man by a white dude to say, let's go get the strap, when every day we can read the statistics and the little girl was at her computer studying for her SATs and got shot by Pookie and Ray Ray. I think it was 2 years ago in my city, like 5 women got shot. It's crossfire, some of it was retaliation. Like, yeah, some of them were a part of that life and in it too, but nonetheless, but it was like women and children were getting hit. Those are the reasons why you need to get the strap 9 times out of 10 for all of us, not the situations that happen with, the Tiki Torch white dudes. Those are just facts. And even Roland did a segment over a year or two ago when I had put it in my I Don't Trust. I think I put it in a different video, but he tried to frame it like, oh, black women are the new people who going to get guns and they're getting registered. And I'm just, well, they just late to the party, right? Okay. But he tried to frame it like, oh, you wouldn't get a gun because you Tiki Torch white man and white supremacists and Trump won. Like, no, she was like, no, I work in the hood and my husband didn't want me going there by myself at night. That's why I got a strap. And we have to be honest with ourselves. And then if we are honest about that, then that's when people will start saying, well, you don't need a gun and you shouldn't kill people and property is not worth the life, all that bull stuff. You come to somebody's properties, come to somebody's, take their stuff that they worked hard for and sweat for and sacrificed for. You are sacrificing your life. But this was bound to happen. This is a civil war, but it's like a battle right now within the Conservative Party amongst black conservatives. And that has to happen before we can have, because you got to get rid of the Brandon Tatums and the Candace Owens, because they are cock blocking. They are making it difficult. There are people who want to go to the president with real stuff and real tangibles and whatnot. And people like them, they should shut up. Like, when I said that for like black conservatives who are speaking publicly out against reparations. Like, why are you doing that? Like, stop. Like, shh, be quiet. Like, no. Like, you let the Democrats bang that out. They don't even agree. They don't even want to do it. And you over here, they just want handouts, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, shh. Let it play out. There's no reason for you to interject yourself into that conversation. Don't undermine the history and the facts of this country and what led to some of the conditions that black folks are in. There is inequality. We have to address that, or this country will never heal if we don't. And I get the arguments from the just do it yourself and overlook it, but that's not going to work when you look at the inequality, how deep it goes, the red lighting. Black men going to fight in wars and not being able to come back and get the same access that other groups have. Black farms getting shut down, but white ones getting resources to not create food. Black farms want to make food and get shut down. White farms are getting paid to not create food, not to make food. Huh? Like, you got to address that. You can't just overlook that. But anyways, this is bound to happen. I'm glad it's happening. I should have done my video a long time ago, even though it wouldn't matter because that channel got shut down. But I wanted to point out the intellectual dishonesty and the effery with a lot of white folks in general. Because it don't even matter if they're Democrat or Republican. When it comes to race, they put blinders on, they don't see. Just like in that movie Mississippi Burning, when Matthew McConaughey was in the courtroom and he had to make the white people close their eyes to feel the pain and to visualize what was happening to Samuel Jackson's, I think it was his daughter in the movie or his wife or whatever. Right? Those people would not be able to look at Samuel Jackson because they've already been programmed to criminalization of black men, so they had to close their eyes and see themselves in that situation. Unfortunately, that's the reality. And when white folks do the whataboutism thing about what about black on black crime, when you're talking about a specific case, specific situation, they're basically saying, like, you know what? We want to put our heads in the sand. We don't want to address race. And we're going to deflect, and basically we're going to say, well, until you address your black on black crime, which is not something that's going to ever happen, ever, right? Just like white on white crime is not going to stop, or Chinese on Chinese crime is not going to stop. Until you address that and have the same outrage as that, then we'll care about when someone outside your tribe kills you. That's basically what they're saying. So for me, I'm content with that. I understand, like that's what it is. I believe no friends, no enemies, just interests. You rock with people on specific things, and then you go back in your corner and wait until the next thing. And you might have a different group to go work with the next time. That's just how life is. That's business. Politics is business too. But for some reason, I noticed that on the left, they want people to explain themselves. They want people to change and help and do. They're not going to do that. You can take all your white, guilty, liberal friends, make them king for a day. Tim Wise, Becky McIntosh, Jane Elliott, and white folks are still not going to take food out of the mouths of feeding their children to feed yours. It's not going to happen. So there's no point in pouting about the fact that they have some type of privilege because they're not going to give it up. They're not gonna step out the way. It's a competition, my guys and girls, and we gotta find our piece of that pie, though. But yeah, I didn't know that Brandon got tough like that, yo. His voice got deep, and he beat B's and N words, and I'm gonna see you and all this other stuff. Like, out of all the people on the panel, he was the one that got indignant. He was the one that wow, Brandon. All because he got exposed. Like, you cannot do that tap dancing stuff no more. People gonna call it out. I thought that when Glozell was doing what she was doing, where Obama was embarrassing and sad, nobody on the left called it out, obviously, because they're not gonna do that. But Glozell was the diamond and silk of Obama's administration. Why would you choose to go sit with her, do an interview with her, and this chick is a buffoon? They're not laughing with you, they're laughing at you. When Diamond and Silk's on TV, they're laughing at you on the right. And it's disrespectful to put someone like that up front. Same thing, Cardi B. Sitting down with Bernie Sanders after admitting to drugging people and getting them robbed and sending goons to go beat up other girls. Like, this is your king? This is your queen, rather? This is who you choose to go talk to on behalf of the black community or urban community? Like, this is who you choose? That's what you think about black voters? It's embarrassing. But why I even have Roland's segment up here, I want to make a point, is that the reason why, because you got that chick on the end right there with the annoying ass, smug, bitch ass face. That's one of Kamala Harris's carpet munchers. Like, her job is to go out there and cave for her, even though she don't get paid to do it. That's just her job in life. She will interject her whenever she can. But what I don't like that Roland Martin did, even though he tried to slide in and say, not all of them, but people like Brandon Tatum, he's a grifter. And Candace Owens, that's the context we're using. And he did throw in there saying, not all of them, but he did find a way to later on discredit the chick on the panel because she didn't come on his show. I couldn't find her, couldn't reach her. People don't have to come on your show, Roland. He's always saying, somebody won't debate me and won't come on my show. That's all, folks. People don't have to come on your show. They don't have to debate you. You're not that guy. People don't see you as that person to come on and debate and talk to. Like, it's just not you. Especially when you're going to be the debater and the moderator and the damn host all at once. And people can't get a word in. Horrible. But like this panel, like Greg Carr, who's like, he made his argument, his little segment, his time about Hotep Jesus' name. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, what does that have to do with the conversation they're having the panel? But what it is that these people, and you could throw her in there, because she's on some minstrel stuff too, her Twitter rants and cussing and flipping and dropping bombs and all that. Because she does that on her own page. When Kamala lost and got kicked out of the race, she did that, and she does it often. She brings smoke to the Democratic Party because they let Kamala go. But they don't like the fact that there's the new black media. They don't like the fact that they don't control the discourse anymore, and that a bunch of black folks can get on YouTube and have conservative values and views and talk amongst each other. Yes, again, there are grifters in those spaces and people who only want clicks and likes, and they're not true conservatives. I get it. But where's Roland Video calling out those on the left doing the same thing? Because y'all have, if the very same thing happens, it's just they do it with a little bit more tact. But all these celebrities that are annoying, that's tweeting and fake outrage, everything Trump does, everything he says, they're doing the same thing. They're getting that check too. When you got Hillary giving us a concert with the entire Rock Nation in Ohio, where she should have went to campaign, but she's like, nah, I'm just throw some music at you, jiggaboos, and go dance. Remember Roland was teaching Hillary how to do the wobble. That was some buffoonery ass stuff too, and Roland don't say, well, I was just teaching her how to dance. Like, nah, B, that was some coonery. Like, stop it. We don't want to dance with our political opponent, right? People go dance with Ellen. They ain't trying to dance with, white politicians ain't going to dance with Hillary. They want resources. They want policy. They want those things. Why, when they come to us, Angela Roberts interviewing political commentators, candidates during the primaries, and she up there asking some of the same dumbass questions Roland was doing. And the Breakfast Club was doing like, what's in your bag, hot sauce. Like, why do we do that? We need to get to the business here. People don't all need you to be a jigaboo for us to support you and whatnot. Now, again, not me, because I'm not voting for anybody over there. But I'm saying there are some black liberals who want tangibles, right? They want policy like every other group does. You ain't gonna go dancing and singing to the Latino community. They're like, what the fucking, right? You ain't gonna go do that to the Chinese community, who are not political at all, but they still want things. And when they want things, they know how to mobilize and get it. But the old media, as y'all call them, they don't like the fact that folks are talking amongst themselves and putting out information and letting the viewers pick and decide for themselves and listen to all of it. They do not like that, because that's what Greg Carr used his time to waste, to criticize the Hotep Jesus' name, and then to cry about the fact that these people have voices and people don't need to go to, like the Catholic Church, how they used to do it. They used to not let the people read the Bible. They used to read it to them in Latin, and so they would give it to them the way they wanted them to have it. Well, we're not doing that no more. We got our own translations and our own outlets. We got our own Bibles now. And establishment, old Negroes do not like that. They like when they was the one giving out the discourse. And a reference to when you saw Charlemagne when he was on MSNBC talking about black folks get the strap. You saw the preacher, Al Sharpton, the Reverend. Well, those of us who are nonviolent don't want to do that. We want to go the law legal route, right? Like, yeah, he's paid to do that. Though he doesn't. He don't get revenue or paid if black folks start revolting and getting a strap and not needing him anymore. Like, because if the black folks shoot back, there's no Ralph Al nowhere to be around to exploit the situation and to get a piece of that and get the publicity for that. So of course it's in his economic interests for blacks folks to stay docile and wait on the system to fix it for them when we know the system has not worked. But yeah, it's what a time to be alive in politics, man. I will say one thing that, I don't know if I said it already because I did the video twice in my head, but I was like, yo, we gotta be careful, because I know I invited some people to the group and some left, and I kind of understand why I think he did leave, because there are a lot of the opposite gender in the space, and black men might have to be careful before we end up in a matriarchal situation like the left has. You seen that video that just came out with Angela Rye, who is all of a sudden on the bandwagon of I want something for my vote, despite always pushing back against Charlemagne's rhetoric for saying just that. But now she's on that bandwagon. She's getting that bag. And they're all demanding Joe Biden give them a black Supreme Court justice, a black VP, a black chauffeur, a black cook. Like, all this stuff that Joe ain't got to do none of that because he got y'all vote. No, what has the Democratic Party been saying? Y'all are the base of the party. Y'all are the most loyal. Y'all will vote outside of your own interests to elect a Democrat and not get shit for it. You've played your hand the last 50 years. But I think that if we're going to have this black conservative movement, although I will give the credit to the women, because it does seem like they are being vocal about the people like Candace, and not saying that no men haven't. Like me, I saw one video of Tatum years ago. I'm like, yo, this dude is wild. He's doing too much. I watched Candace and I peeped how they were elevating her. I'm like, nah, she's doing too much. And that's the thing you gotta do too. When you are a black person and you have to be careful, because it's like when you are black and you are doing the whole black thing, outreach, or I'm the black conservative, I'm the black gun person. Yes, a lot of times it's not going to be a lot of black folks that support you and fund you, but you do have to be careful and take a look and take note that who is supporting you and watching your stuff, and then examine that, because you might get caught up in the game. And I'm sure that's easy to do when you start looking at who economically is feeding you, and more times, especially in politics, it ain't black folks. You gotta be careful with that, because it can easily become about the bag. And that's what I did. I write off people like Larry Elders and Brandon Tatum and Candace Owens. They just trying to get their money, but they are hurting black folks who are actually trying to expand their party and trying to get black folks to actually get politically astute. You can't have people like Candace Owens spouting off pew 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 with some truth in what she's saying, by no means. Oh yeah, and two, I did see Shermichael, who I have issues with because he's a never Trumper, but it's not. He said some things about guns that I don't like, and even though on that Grapevine episode he was talking to Smoke about if he see those two white dudes, I'm shooting in that situation. But even there, you had a similar beef with Jimmy. Poor Jimmy. He had the mindset of what a lot of us have had. It's like, yo, we gotta survive the stop. We gotta make it home. We gotta avoid situations. But black folks are tired of that. Like, they're not trying to do that anymore. It's only so long before things crack. And one of the points was made is like, yo, in the quarantine, people at home, the things that have distracted us from revolting or wilding out, they're not there no more. So right now is where you got to be careful because people got time and they ain't got jobs to think, oh, I got to go to work, so I can't do this, or I got to go do that. I can't get in trouble. Now those parameters, those issues that stop you from, snap you back to reality, they're not there right now. So we gotta be careful. But yeah, that's just my video. We are in crazy political times. This needed to happen. I know a lot of people are like, when there's infighting in the party, like, it's a big tent, yo. And even within black conservatives, there's a big tent. Every black Republican ain't too pro-gun. Every black Republican ain't conservative on social issues. Like, it's going to be beefs and spats. You got to go through the fire to get it done. But absolutely, it's time to get rid of Brandon Tatum and Candace Owens because they are just too much of a problem and doing too much damage. And then people like Roland and his panel can use them and point to them and make them the face of all black conservatives, and that's not the case. You have a lot of them that don't get any shine or any look because of the people like Candace and the people who really are connected to the community in the hood and whatnot can't get their voice heard or get the platforms, right? It's don't put Diamond and Silk on TV. Put Sonny Johnson on TV. Don't give you know what I mean? Like, if you respect us, do that. Don't just try to buffoon us and get your ratings up because white folks will be chuckling and giggling at Mr. Bojangles. That's just my video. Yeah.